Hi, welcome to Roseopalknits, our knitting and other crafts podcast.
This is episode 37 and I'm Daphne.
And I'm Erica. So, hello to all returning viewers. We are so thankful that you're here, that you've come back. And you, if you're new here, we are so glad that you are here too. And we hope that you stick around and watch the episode. And if you like what you see, we hope that you consider subscribing and giving us a thumbs up and leave us a comment and introduce yourself. We'd love to chat with you in the comments below. We also have a Facebook group for this podcast called the Roseopalknits group on Facebook, and you can follow us on Instagram at roseopalknits. And everything we discuss should be in the description box below. We do show notes. We don't usually do links because the show notes.
A lot of
yes, the show notes take a lot of time. A lot of extra time. With filming and editing and the notes. But anyway, if you have trouble finding something that we did talk about, just leave a comment or send us an email at roseopalknits@gmail.com. So, I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who wished us, wished that we would feel better soon in the comments in last episode.
I totally forgot.
Yeah, we were both, my allergies have been so bad, and Daphne had a cold, but I am starting to feel better. And I think you are too, right?
Oh, I've been fine.
Yeah, that's good.
That's literally the video, and then the next day, I think, that was it. So
yeah, it was a couple days, yeah. But so, we're going to go right into the crafty content, and we have a little announcement at the end, so stick around for that. But you want to start with finished objects?
Sure. I'll start with this because I've already shown this. But
Okay.
anyway, so my city limits, it is all done. So I was where that stitch marker is, wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had part of one of the sleeves done to the gray, and then so I finished the rest of the sleeves, both of them, obviously. But I didn't follow the pattern for the sleeves. I actually increased instead of decreased, and then did a rapid decrease at the cuff, and then did the ribbing. So
You increase it so it would bell out a little bit? Okay.
So I increased and then did rapid decreases.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did decide to do the ribbing for the neckline, and it actually doesn't bother me. I was kind of worried that it was going to be tight.
It doesn't look tight at all.
No, it's not. I did a normal bind off though too. Like just the...
You didn't do like a specific...
No, I didn't do one of the stretchy
bind
ones.
off? Yeah, you just did it in pattern? I find that if I bind off in pattern with ribbing, that it gives me a stretchy enough bind off.
I was slightly worried it wasn't gonna be, because I didn't know how far in it was gonna be, but then I was wasn't worried about it because it was so open. Because I mean, it's really open actually.
It looks like it's gonna be super comfy.
It is. Okay, so my goal for the sweater was to make it slightly cropped, but I wear high-waisted jeans, so it wouldn't actually be cropped. So make it cropped, and then have the bell sleeves. It fits me right now. So, and
it fits you right now when you're how many weeks pregnant?
32. As of today, actually. That's what it is. So, but anyway, so the city limits has this detail along both the front and the back of the side, and it's supposed to be a reversible pattern. So the inside you can wear a reverse stockinette, and then it will be the stockinette down the... So it follows your shoulder and then just goes down your side, basically. So, and the yarn is Yarn B, Yarn ID, I think, is the base.
You didn't bring any up with you?
No, because I forgot, and I don't
okay.
really have much left of any of the scraps.
Oh.
But I know it's indigo, seal, don't know what the tan color is, and then rosewood or rosewater.
I don't remember.
One of the two.
But it'll be listed in the show notes.
So,
mm-hmm.
But that's mine.
All right. And that was your May sweater?
Yes, this was my May sweater.
If you're new, you won't know this, so I'll tell you. Daphne has made it a goal to knit one sweater a month in 2021, right? Yeah. And so far you've managed
I finished that, I think on the 26th.
Yeah, something
is
like
when
that.
I finished it. Maybe the 25th, somewhere around there, though. So, it is finished, it is steamed, and it is an acrylic yarn. It's like an acrylic blend, I think. And so I just steam block it. So it gives it even more drape and length. So it's kind of like an oversized sweater. Like oversized for your size.
It looks like it'll fit kind of like a comfy sweatshirt is what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you try it on, but that's what it looks like. Okay, and I finished my second Cowl. This is a pattern that I designed, that I discussed in episode 36, and oh, like you, I didn't bring up any of my yarn. Oh well. So I do remember what it is though. So down here, the black color is Barocco Ultra Wool DK. And it's a color number, but I also did see online that it's got a name. It's something Cowl. And then this plum color is Plum Imps, and it's Fiber Spates Vivacious DK. And so I have this. I have the pattern all written up now, and I mentioned in last episode, but in case you didn't see it, I'll just go over it real quick. So I signed up for the powerfully published class that Ashley Lillis, who is a knitwear designer, teaches, I guess, and is what you would say. She's the instructor, I don't know. And so I signed up for her class. It was a 4-week class, and I did it online, and I had a goal of, by the end of the class, to have a completed pattern. And so this is my completed pattern. And so she's looking over it for me. And then once I get it back from her, then I'll take steps to move forward with publishing it to make it available to other knitters. So there it is. I'll show you. That's a slip stitch detail. So it's not color work, it's just slip stitch. And I will show this because it's, you know, knit in the round. There is a slight, you know, the stripes don't meet up at the beginning of the round so well, but it's not gapey or anything. And that doesn't bother me at all, but I imagine that would bother some people. So I just wanted to show that. Oh, our lights are blowing you out, Daphne.
I was just gonna ignore it.
But anyway, so tentatively, the name of this cowl is Arise, because I got my inspiration from ladders, and I wrote down a bunch of words that I think of when I think of ladders, and then searched cowl patterns and their names, and after looking at many that already had the name of the names that I had come up with, I think I've settled on Arise. So that's that.
I keep yawning. It's that time of day, okay? Anyways, so this is my longest standing whip. It is from September of 2020. So.
And now it's finished.
Yes, it's finally finished. But anyway, so these are my socks. They're the Improbability socks. I forget the designer's names, but I do have both of them. This one was already done, so I literally just had the toe. Like, that was it. And it was just sitting there. But it does have a pattern on the front.
I'm trying to twist it a little bit
to show it. Oh, I was
going to
twist it completely. Just to
do you have it all the way twisted? Or?
Almost.
Okay.
But it's real hard to see. It's a cable pattern that's supposed to go down the entire front of the foot also. But I wasn't knitting them, and I wasn't loving the pattern because I didn't want to do it. So I just stopped it at the heel flap and then just knit a vanilla foot. So the leg is in probability pattern, but then it's a heel flap and gusset and then a wedge toe and then just plain stockinette for the foot.
It's a stockinette heel flap.
I don't do the slip
stitch.
stitches. I don't know. I don't like my heel to be super tight sometimes, but then other times I'm like okay with it. So I don't know. I just don't do it.
Yeah, and that's just a basic wedge toe, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So longest standing whip done.
And this yarn is
The
Shawl.
Yes.
Okay, and we don't know.
And I think I washed that when I washed my bag.
The tag?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I washed it. But I mean, it'll be down
Yeah,
below.
the
And
information
plus,
will be
like I
below.
said, longest standing whips. So I've talked about them before.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but they're done.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any other finished objects, so.
Okay. I have this one too. Finished another sweater, but it's not technically a June sweater. Because I finished it on the 31st of May.
She finished 2 May sweaters.
Anyway, so this is scrap yarn because I accidentally bought too much for my Cozy Classic raglan. So I found this pattern. It's the Colette tee.
Here, I'll hold it.
And I don't know how to say the pattern designer's name.
It'll be on the screen.
Yes. I think it's like Norwegian or something like that, and I don't want to mispronounce it. But anyways, so the top color is the scraps from my Cozy Classic raglan, which is Yarn Bee's authentic hand dyed in the tabby colorway, and then the bottom part, since I ran out of that because I was just using it up, this is actually this yarn. It's like there's tags all over it, but that's the yarn.
Perfection. It's Kramer wools, right? Or
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had this for a little while.
You bought that at our local yarn store, right? The Yarn
Yeah.
Maven. Mm-hmm.
Like trying to find information on this tag.
It's an acrylic blend, right?
I think it says Cliffs.
Yeah, it looks
for
like the
color.
colorway is Cliffs.
Yeah, so it's a DK weight sweater, and I think I knit it on this US 9. And I did modify it just a little bit because I don't remember why I did it. But I made the split hem.
I was going to say, this pattern is a cropped pattern too, right?
I think so. I don't know.
I've only seen
and
a
I
picture
really
that you showed me.
Hold on. Let me show this shoulder. But anyway, so I really liked it because of the shoulder. It's not going to be easy to see. But anyway, so it's like...
Oh yeah, you can see it.
It's like...
It's like an upside down cone.
Yeah, so you increase here, and then you do more increases to make the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
It is a raglan, but it's not like the normal raglan that you do. So like, this one's going to be easier to show. Like how the raglan is just from the neck down here, and it's just like, kind of like a straight line, like a diagonal. This one, you increase across the shoulder and then do the...
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I see that now. Like right
you know?
there.
Yeah, like I don't know how to explain it.
So, if you can see that.
But anyway, so this speckly yarn, not speckles, but whatever. This yarn is actually fingering weight held double, whereas this acrylic yarn at the bottom is just DK weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but like I said, the only modification I made was the split hem actually at the bottom. But there's a reason why I did it.
Is the split hem in the pattern?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just
you
did
decided
it.
to split
I just
the
did
hem.
it. But I had a reason why I did it, but I don't remember why.
Pregnancy brain.
But like I even did sleeves, how it calls,
Mm-hmm.
everything. That's.
I haven't seen that on you.
But
yet
there's
either.
I don't remember why. There was like an actual reason why I did that, but I have no idea.
Maybe it hit you at a point where you wanted to have.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. I don't remember
I
you
have no
talking
idea.
about it.
I was doing it one night, and then I was like, I'm gonna split it, and I thought about it, and then I was like, yeah,
It was a
this is
pregnancy
why.
craving.
So who knows? But I split the bottom.
Oh wait,
so.
I do have like a finished object. It's not 100% finished.
Oh, and I have no ends.
Yeah,
Everything is themed.
Yeah,
and
she
blocked.
did. She did.
And no ends.
So,
Okay, that's
this
volume.
is Little Girl Shrug by Knitting Pure and Simple, and I showed it in the last episode, and all I had left to do was to pick up and knit this neckband, which I did, and weave in the ends, which I did not, and then add a button, and I didn't do that either. So it's, the knitting part is done, but the finishing is not done.
Has she tried it on?
No, she hasn't. She tried it on before I added the sleeves and the neckband, and it fit well. She said it was a little short. She wanted it longer, but I was like, I already know I'm not adding length. So there it is, and I like it. I think it's gonna look cute. I bought her a white dress, like a flowy white dress, and she doesn't know yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give her the shrug and the dress at the same time, and then take pictures because she'll want to try everything on.
I don't like the shrug. I just want the dress.
Probably, but I'm gonna get her to at least take pictures of it, and then I can pass it on to Paisley. But so this yarn is.
She's sometimes picky about her clothes.
Yeah, well, 4-year-olds. But this is what I have left of the yarn, and I think I've said this twice now. I'm gonna knit at least one dishcloth out of this and give it a try, and it is. And the colorway is Queen Bean. That's how it's spelled, so that's how I'm saying it. Queen Bean. But here, I'll show the back because then you can get a. Yeah, I like the way it's striped, and I like those colors.
Mm-hmm.
So
it'll look cute with the white dress.
Mm-hmm. And I knit this on a US 6. The body on a US 6, and the cuff on the sleeves and the cuff on the neckband on a US 4. And it was kept in my bag by Dolphina, which was exclusive to native fibers. Okay, yep. All right, so
I have one whip. That is it.
Okay, I have 4. 2 knitting and 2 cross stitch. So you want me to go over my knitting ones first, and then you can talk about yours? Okay.
That works.
And mine are one's not real quick, but it will be because there's not a whole lot to see. So this is my bag by Noble Character Crafts, and in it are my dishcloths. So I made a goal to knit 20 dishcloths this year, and I haven't sewn in any of the ends, but just as a reminder, these were all complete last time. So I had 4 completed dishcloths. This is the Grandma's Second Favorite Dishcloth, no holes version, and by PJ Allen, and the yarn, all of the yarn here is I Love This Cotton by Hobby Lobby. And last episode, I showed this. Oh my. And that's where I was, just barely a start. And so I wanted to have it finished, but I didn't get it finished, and I'm going to tell you why. So I ran out of this orange, I Love This Cotton, which is super soft and really nice to knit with. And I decided I pulled out this, which is Yarn Bee Scrubology Cotton from Hobby Lobby, okay? And I was like, well, I'll add like a scrubby end to it. I've never knit with that, and I hate it. I do. I hate knitting with it. It makes my hands likes my skin.
Is it like, does it have that like texture to it? Because some cotton I feel like has like, I don't know, I mean, your hands like.
I believe that this will like scrub the dishes because it just feels scrubby, even though it's cotton. Like I thought maybe there might be something, I don't know, in it, but it's cotton.
I feel like it would, like this, I don't know, I always feel like if I knit with cotton, sometimes I have like a waxy feel to it. I don't know.
I don't know about
I don't like cotton
feel.
yarn very much.
But anyway, so this is what I have done. I'm working on the decreases, and I don't think I'll continue with that ball of yarn at this point. I think I'll switch to another for now. But, so those are my dishcloths. And so June 1st happened. June 1st is like one of my favorite days of the year anyway, because that's when Chris and I celebrate our boyfriend and girlfriend anniversary. So we started dating in high school. I was freshman and he was a junior. He was a junior. I was 15 and he was 16 and a half. And so we started dating officially on June 1st, 1991. So we celebrated. We didn't celebrate at all. 30 years of being a couple. So, I mean, I thought about it, but we didn't like do anything to commemorate the day. But every June 1st, I always remember, like, I have that memory of being like this 15-year-old girl and he being so cute, and I don't know.
Martin Holden's birthday, I think, was in July or August.
No, I think it was July.
I think it was July.
I think it was July. But anyway, so to go, the whole reason I brought up June 1st was summer sock camp. It started too, and I had a goal. This was a really busy week, right? Because we had Memorial Day on Monday. I
feel like there's so much that happened this week. But I don't really know.
Yeah, so we had Memorial Day on Monday, and then
Tom's birthday was this
week too. Yeah, June 1st was Tuesday, and then June 2nd, my second oldest son, Thomas, he turned 18, and he also graduated high school this year, so there was just a lot to celebrate with him. And so we took him to the bank, and he got his first account, and he's applying for his first full-time job, because that's what he's decided he wants to do at this time, which is fine with us. It's perfectly fine to work full-time and then decide if you want to go back to college or not. That's our opinion. And so we did that. So it was a really full week, but I managed on June 1st to cake up 4 skeins of sock yarn and then cast them on. That was my goal, and I did it, but I had to stay up till like midnight. No, it wasn't quite midnight. It was like 10:30, but it felt like midnight to do it. So quickly, I will go over everything. I'll just start with the first. So everything is in this bag, which I've showed on the podcast before. That is a cross stitch piece that I finished, and then I turned it into a pocket. And so, I mean, there's a lot I could say about this actually. I rip dyed the fabric, and then I switched out almost all the colors for the cross stitch piece to make them more fit me. And it says, but first, coffee. And then I rip dyed the plain canvas bag, tote, and then I made this pocket. I followed instructions, and I don't know if I'm talking to you through the handle. I followed instructions that I found in Just Cross Stitch magazine. I don't remember which one, but if anyone wants to know more about it, just leave a comment or email me, and I will be glad to tell you about it, more about it. So anyway, they're all in this bag, and this one was on top, so I'll tell you about it first. This is Lofty Loops yarn in the Bunny Slope colorway. And this is a little bag that Daphne picked up for me at Target. And in it, I split the 100 grams of fingering weight sock yarn into 2 cakes because I am knitting DK weight socks with it.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, what?
No, I'm not doing 2 at a time.
Doing 2 at a time?
No, I'm knitting DK weight socks. I love to knit DK weight socks. So I think I cast on 2 DK weight socks and 2 regular fingering weight socks. And this pair, so this was an 80/20 superwash merino nylon, and I cast these on. It should be a 2.5, US 2.5. Yes, it is. US 2.5 3mm needle, and this is what I managed to knit on
I like it.
June 1st.
Actually,
I think it looks
doubled.
I think it looks really pretty.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna love wearing them. So that's the first one. Sorry, I dropped my bag. And then this is the second one, and this is a little purse, I think. My friend gave it to me for my birthday, and it's cute. It's got a little bee on it.
It'd be nice for like all the little notions. So it's got two pockets in the back,
I was
and then
thinking,
one in the front.
I was thinking that too, all those little pockets. And so this is, oh, I don't have the tag. This is, it's probably at the bottom of this bag. Let me look real quick. Here, will you hold that? Thank you.
This yarn's pretty.
Yeah, that is, I can tell you about it. It's Yarnberry. I found the tag. The Yarnberry yarn classic sock, and it is a Hunger Games Club colorway called the Reaping. That's what that says.
This is the one like dark one, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, because the rest are brightly speckled
anymore.
Yeah,
like it looks way darker in the scene.
Mm-hmm. And
crazy.
It's a 75/25, 100 grams. And oh, I better put this in this bag so I don't lose it. I'll put it in one of these zippers.
It looks like it's gonna kind of like stripe.
Maybe. I was thinking the same thing.
Oh.
So this is a new way for me. So here's the cake. I'll show it to you. It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And the Crazy Sock Lady, put out a tutorial on June 1st on how to knit socks with two 16-inch circulars. So that's what I'm using.
It looks like you could almost do kind of like two at a time that way too.
It does look like that, but
I'd want to try
it's
that.
neat. This is a neat method. I had no idea how it was done. Like, I couldn't even wrap my brain around it, and I didn't try real hard because I was like, Kay's putting out the tutorial. I'm just not even worrying about it till her tutorial comes out. And so then I watched the tutorial and I was like, that is not at all how I thought you would do it. So instead of knitting it like this, like you were magic looping it, which is kind of how I thought you would do it.
That's what I thought you would do.
You use both needles of the same cable.
What?
Yeah. That's what.
What?
I mean, that's how I understood it. I could be totally wrong, and everybody's going, that's not how you do it.
This back one just stays like that, and then you would just slide it this way, and then use this needle?
Yep.
Oh.
It's kind of fun.
Well, I mean, I guess you could do it either way, though. Technically, you could use this back needle, but then all your stitches,
all your stitches would fall out.
stitches would go on the back.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yep. So anyway, I like it. I like it, and you don't really need to have a marker to mark the front, but I put one there anyway, just because I have all these progress keepers, and I knew I was going to need it, so I just put one there. But anyway, so that's that one. Oh, and this is 1.5, I'm sure. 1.5, 2.5. Yep. And let's see which one I pull out next. I know what this one is. This is another DK weight one. So this is in a Noble Character Crafts bag. This is what Amy used to, when your yarn arrived, it arrived in a little bag like this. And this yarn is a homespun house. Caught it! A homespun house. It is soft sock fingering, 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it's called Unicorn Magic.
Holden chose this one.
Yep. Oh, I didn't say that in the beginning. That's what I usually say in the beginning. So she's my daughter-in-law, and I'm her mother-in-law. She's married to my oldest son, Holden. And here, I'll show you the two cakes. There we go. Here they are, all caked up. And this is what it looks like. I didn't get a whole lot done. I don't even know if that's probably not focusing. But this is, since it was 75/25, I'm doing, ooh, I just knocked the camera, I'm so sorry. This is on a US 3, which is a 3.25 millimeter. And anyway, that's gonna be a fun one to knit too. And then the last one I cast on on June 1st was this one. Knitted Wit in the Sphinx. And the Sphinx colorway.
I have a Knitted Wit that I've been wanting to cast on, but I haven't.
So Kay put out 2 tutorials on June 1st. I think I keep hitting the camera. And, oh, this is the yarn all caked up.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It is pretty. And the other tutorial was for Hiya Flyers or Addie Flexi Flips. So I purchased, I knew, you know, she had mentioned, I'm going to poke myself in the face. She had said that she was going to put out a tutorial for this method of sock knitting and for the 2 circulars. So you knew in advance. So I purchased a pair of these Hiya Flyers and a US 1.5 2.5 millimeter needle, and that's how I'm going to knit this pair of socks. And I don't hate it, but I do keep stabbing myself in the palm, and I drop this 3rd needle all the time. I get to the end of the round and I let go of it and boom, it hits the floor, and I'm like, that's right, it's not attached. So hopefully, I only knit three rounds, I think. So hopefully, you know, I'll get the rhythm of it and it will be, if not enjoyable, at least manageable to knit. And then I do have one more sock in here that is not started, but I am going to start it soon because I need to give it as a gift to my father. I'm going to knit him a pair of shorty socks out of this. So you'll probably see that on my needles sometime soon. Okay.
Okay, I only have one whip, actually. And it's kind of big. Kind of hard to show. I'm in the middle of a row.
Oh no!
Look at me. Anyways, that's because we were talking about other stuff, and then I started doing other stuff instead of this. Anyways, it's okay. I'll just fold it in half. But I am in the middle of a row. But anyways, so it is actually a blanket for my dad for Father's Day. So I'm knitting him the pair of socks and this blanket. Kind of reminds me of like a bee.
Yeah.
Because bees aren't really like black. They're kind of like brown and fuzzy. So I really like this. But anyways, I've had this yarn.
You really like it, even though you don't like bees at all.
I don't like bees because I'm allergic. Doctors say I'm not allergic. They've told me multiple times I'm not allergic to bees.
Oh, really?
Okay, but if you, if the area that you get stung swells up and turns black and purple, pretty sure you're allergic to it, okay?
You, if it's not an allergy, it's a sensitivity. That's what you have.
But either way, basically allergic to bees. I cannot get stung, okay? I literally turn black and purple and it swells up huge, and then, if it's in my foot, I can't walk.
I love
or
bees.
Anything. I don't mind bees. Just...
She runs if she sees them. She's like, oh, bee. But I understand. I would be that way too.
So it kind of reminds me of a bee. And this yarn is Lion's Brand Woolly Thick and Quick. The brown color is Harvest, I think. Okay, because I've had this yarn for ever, and I don't have the tags for it. But I'm pretty sure this is Harvest and this is Mustard, is what the colorways are. Could be wrong, but those are what they look like on the website. And I'm using all these places again, just for the numbers. So,
but you're doing something different. What are you doing?
Moss stitch
okay.
is what it is. So it's moss stitch. It's kind of hard to see, and I'm using a US 17 needle. So, and I just got these from Michael's. It's just loops and thread needles because I'm not going to use them that much, so I didn't feel like ordering chagus or anything because those are more expensive. But so US 17 is a 12.75 millimeter. So, but yeah, that's his blanket so far. And I have all these balls of this yarn because they're different size balls. So
there'll be different size stripes.
Yeah, the stripes are just all different sizes. So
you knit a cardigan out of that yarn.
Yeah, I knit a cardigan. It's a color block cardigan, and then it was the first It's the first sweater that I ever knit, and I did not like it. So then I was like, I'll knit myself a blanket. But then I was like, I can knit my dad a blanket, so I'm knitting my dad a blanket out of this yarn.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I have other yarn that I can knit myself a blanket out of, and I keep saying I'm gonna knit myself this blanket because Paisley's blanket ended up. I was originally making for myself.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, watch, if it's a girl, this is just gonna be her blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a girl. So
Mm-hmm.
she got that blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have yarn for Theo's blanket too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's my only whip right now.
So I have 2 cross stitch. Well, I have more than 2 cross stitch whips. I had 2 cross stitch whips that I touched over the last couple weeks. Now we've had a lot of rain and cloudy days. So, and I really literally only cross stitch on sunny days. My eyes, I don't know, now that I turned 45, they keep doing funky
And she
things.
chose a bunch of dark fabric.
Oh yeah,
so
well,
she can't see it.
I did choose dark fabric. So, this is the pattern. I showed it last episode.
I like this one a lot.
I do too. And
See, I like bees.
and I will pop a picture in of where it was the last time I showed it. And this is where it is now. So, I mean, I didn't get a ton done, but I feel like I got a good amount done. And the only colors I've used so far are that brown and this white. I know the white is B5200, but I can't remember what this goldy brown is. But they're all listed below in the box. I don't think it has the tag on it anymore. I think that came off. Yeah, the numbered tag is not there anymore. All right, and I'm sure there's other. What's the fabric? Slate. The fabric is 32 count slate fabrics by Stephanie, and it's a linen, and I don't like, I'm feeling better about it now, but I didn't like stitching on it at first at all. But so my goal is to get that one done quickly. So it's done and out of the way. But I had a goal of I'm starting another black fabric cross stitch on the 31st of May, and here it is. So this is the pattern. It is Hands-On Design, Let's Talk Autumn. It's a pretty popular pattern. And
you hear Paisley
yes,
screaming.
I hear Paisley screaming. So I am using this I can't even say it. I know how to pronounce it. And I had enough for 2. So I had this Let's Talk Autumn, but before I even purchased that, I purchased a like a PDF pattern of, it was called Winter Chalkboard. So I think it was like her original chalkboard kind of wordy design, and then she decided to do like a series with them. But anyway, so I'll put the winter one on this piece of fabric. And this one here, I left it in the Q-snap, but that's what I have so far. I feel like I'm holding it crooked, but that's gonna say Hayride when it's complete. And I've only pulled one color. I have all the colors for it, but I only pulled the one. So all the colors I'm using are DMC except for this one. So the words, I am using Color and Cotton Almond. But this one is going away until the B1 is done. So it's gonna just go in timeout until I finish the Humble Honey, and then I'll pull it back out. I also am working on, I showed it was it last episode or 2 episodes ago? I don't remember, but it was the mason jar with the fireflies, and it was called Be a Light. It was a dimensions kit.
Isn't that one also dark?
Yes, navy blue. It's on navy blue Ada. So I'm also working on that one, and then the Humble Honey one. So those are my 2 current cross stitch whips. But all right, that's it. that's all I have to show. But Daphne has something to show, and we don't have any purchases, so there won't be an acquisition section. But Daphne has something to show, and along with what she's showing, there is some. I feel
basically there's a big announcement.
Yes, there's a big announcement
about these and why we didn't show these as a finished object.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so I do have another pair of socks that I did finish. So
she finished them in less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so
I love it when she does that too. She just when she wakes up in the morning and she comes upstairs, and they have rooms in the basement. And we, in case you're new here, we're a multi-generational household. So my husband and I and our 4 children live in this house, and our oldest child of the 4 is married with 2 kids of his own and 1 on the way.
Yes.
And they have rooms in the basement.
Yes.
So anyway, so she came upstairs, and I was like,
Did you finish that heel?
I said, did you finish the heel on that sock last night? She said, I finished the sock.
Okay, for the record, I started the sock at like 5.
Yeah.
At night.
Yeah.
Not even early or anything in the day. It was 5 at night. But anyways, so the yarn and the socks. So these are DK weight socks. It is Clark & L's yarn. It is the October 2020 colorway. It's autumn leaves. So there's the tag. I do have a little bit of the yarn left. But, so, the reason these got knit so fast, in less than 24 hours, was because we had written a pattern, because we knit our DK weight socks the same way. So we do have a pattern for these socks.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually started our own website.
Yes. So it's a pattern recipe is what it is. And we've thought, well, okay. We knit a lot of DK weight socks. I'd say we knit more DK weight socks than we knit fingering.
But no vanilla socks. And that's why I knit these. Because these are just vanilla socks.
Actually, okay. I have knit 1 pair of vanilla DK weight socks that I had forgotten about Thomas's. I didn't remember till after she had finished the entire pair.
Whatever.
Well, now you got yourself a nice pair of socks. But anyway, so we knit a lot of DK weight socks, and people have asked us in the past how we knit our DK weight socks. And there are some DK weight socks patterns around if you search, but there's not a ton. And so we now have a roseopalknits website, roseopalknits.com. And on that website, you will find you'll find like an intro. It has a little blog, and you'll find in the blog are like our intro post about who we are, and then a post with our DK weight sock recipe. And you can it's all there for you free, and because it is just a recipe. It's a pretty in-depth recipe, though, don't you think? The heel counts are all included. It's small, medium, and large counts, size.
So this is the medium.
Yes, this is the medium, the 48 stitch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a slip stitch heel with a turn.
It does have a slip stitch on these ones,
yes, she did. She did for the pattern recipe.
Well, because she had it, and I was like, you need pictures for it. And then at the time, we thought we didn't have any vanilla socks. So I was like, here, I'll knit them real quick.
So the only she did too. She's amazing like that. She's like, I'll knit it. And then she's like, I did it. But anyway, so the only information that really isn't in the recipe is the toe. And we just basically list a couple different toes that you can easily find the patterns for free online if you Google search it.
The toe for a DK weight sock is no different than a fingering weight sock or a sport weight sock.
It's just that you start out with less stitches.
Yeah, that's it.
So you'll start, your decreasing will be fewer rounds.
But it's the same.
But it's the same. You do the same thing. And but anyway, so that's there. And if you go to the website, you can download a PDF of it too. So that we will link to that down below in the description box. So that's our big news, and we'll have other. We'll be updating the Red's website. I don't know how I can't talk today regularly, but we will update the website when we feel like we've got something useful to share with you guys, just updates. But if you wanted to stay current, if you want to know when we post some new tips or information or just inspiration stuff, you can sign up for through email, and then it'll get delivered to your email. But all right, that's it, I think.
Yeah,
Anything
that's all
else?
I have.
Yeah, it's very warm and sunny here today. Thankfully, I love the sun, especially after like days of cloudiness. But I dropped the thing.
So doing stuff I thought.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you threw it on up there with everything else.
No. But all right, so sorry. Oh, don't forget the Shawl Cowl. The roseopalknits Shawl Cowl will be closing on June 20th, 21st. The information is in the description box. It's either on the 20th or the 21st.
The last day of spring is when it ends.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
And,
so whatever that date is.
Yeah. And so, well, we won't draw. We won't use the random number generator to get the winner. There'll be a winner on Instagram and a winner in the Facebook group till the first day of summer. So you have until like midnight on the last day of spring. Yep. Which is June 20th or 21st.
Look, and we didn't even show any shawls.
We didn't.
Like,
we didn't
what?
show any shawls. And but anyway. So remember to do that, and I guess I'll stop rambling now. All right. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.